Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Our team, known as Leidos Green Hackers, will be presenting a solution revolving around the environmental sustainability for farmers within Australia. Here, Ramesh Malam, Naga Adamalam are the ServiceNow architects, while I, Sajid Pereira, as the newbie, will be presenting the slides going forward. So a bit of context behind the farmers. Farmers have been an integral part to the Australian economy, making up of 2 to 3% of Australia's GDP. However, due to their sole contribution to both export and domestic food supply, their impact to the carbon footprint to Australia is significant, such as being responsible for 13% of Australia's greenhouse gas emissions in 2020. As seen in this diagram, as the carbon footprint alters the seasonal conditions in Australia's environment, farm profit is impacted significantly. Farmers also face significant financial pressures, especially relating to unplanned costs like repairing faulty equipment. Machinery breakdowns and maintenance issues are common in agriculture, leading to high expenditures on parts, labour, and time lost when equipment is out of service. On average, Australian farmers spend between 10 to 20% of equipment's initial purchase price on yearly maintenance repairs. Repairing agricultural equipment also involves substantial time investments, often taking days to weeks. This can be detrimental to farmers during harvesting or planting season, as unplanned breakdowns can lead to productivity loss. Hence, this begs the question: how can farmers and consumers reduce carbon footprint altogether while also saving costs? So we think our proposed solution will motivate the farmers to switch to a more efficient asset, energy provider, and in turn produce minimal carbon footprint. We think that the solution is effective as it can involve three things: improved environmental stewardship, where estimating carbon footprints enables farmers to identify practices that contribute mostly to greenhouse gas emissions, particularly heavy equipment and fertilizers that produce excessive gas emissions. Preventative maintenance, where understanding equipment repair costs allows farmers to plan for preventative maintenance rather than facing unexpected breakdowns. Increased equipment lifespan is the close monitoring and repair management which can extend the useful life of the machinery. From a legal perspective, having a clear estimate of a farm's carbon footprint helps farmers stay compliant with stricter government regulations and emissions. From a solution architecture's perspective, we'll be utilizing data sources from multiple sources, such as AMO, as well as data.gov.au, a government website. We'll be utilizing these data for data processing via the ServiceNow Gen AI, as well as ServiceNow Assist. Afterwards, we'll be providing this to the end users, such as farmers and energy policy makers. So when it comes to the solution differentiators, no solution really exists in current ServiceNow, allowing greater leverage to ServiceNow users, such as farmers themselves and AMO. We think that AMO can utilize farming reports as ways to articulate solutions and present to the government. So when it comes to ServiceNow product lines, we think that the ones that are being leveraged are generative AI, as well as NiAssist for code generation, and then we'll be presenting it via performance analytics. The third-party tools and integrations being leveraged revolves around reliable sources such as provided AML worksheet and government-established websites describing farming operations. The AMO sheets are utilized as we believe this will extrapolate the most accurate and predictive analysis of the current and future forecasts. These worksheets include fuel price summary sheet, gas prices, energy efficiency, maintenance rate, generator reliability, seasonal ratings, as well as carbon budgets. Overall, the solution identifies the innovation, real-life usage, implementation feasibility, and the impact that will help farmers reduce carbon footprint and minimize costs. From an innovation perspective, combine the farming data from multiple sources such as AMO and open.gov.au, presenting them in a ServiceNow mobile app while using Gen AI will help users utilize natural language to get the solution out of the app. From a real-life usage, farmers' production of food and resources consumed by every single Australian, as this is reflected from their contribution to the country's GDP. The solution would give reduced carbon footprint and minimize costs for maintenance. From the implementation feasibility, the pre-developed user interface outlines the individual usage of carbon footprint along with costs involved. We believe we can use NowAssist to query farmers' questions by using natural language. By developing the mobile app, it will make it accessible to every farmer right from the mobile home screen. And from an impact point of view, farmers will be motivated by utilizing more efficient equipment and practices to reduce the carbon footprint out of the app.